Well, just in time for the starting lineups, the sound miraculously started working. And we will get the starters introduced by Kent Knierim and let you watch along. Landon Porter. Junior defensive back, number 4, Jones. 6'1", 170-pound defensive back, senior, number 5, Dalton Parks. 6'4" junior linebacker, 180 pounds, number 11, Daniel Kopov. 6'2" junior defensive back, 185 pounds, number 12, Avery Moody. 6'2", senior defensive end, 205 pounds, number 13, Tommy DeAndrea. 5'10", junior, 180-pound linebacker, number 25, Cooper Lander. 6' senior outside linebacker, 180 pounds, number 31, Tristan Hicks. 6' junior defensive lineman, 200 pounds, number 70, Tyler Hurts. 6' junior defensive lineman, 250 pounds, number 71, Micah Erickson. And 6' sophomore defensive lineman, 250 pounds, number 77, Dean Markham. And the remaining members of your 2020 Republic Tiger football team. Well, Rich Miles, it should be a good one tonight, and the Webb City Cardinals come to town, and I think for the first time in a while, Republic at least has a glimmer of hope as Webb City comes to town, whereas the last few years it's been like, well, we're going to give it our best, not sure how this is going to go.
You're exactly right. Coming into this game 2-0, obviously feels a lot better than being 1-1 or 0-2. Confidence is up there, and talking to some of the football players that I have in class throughout the week, man, they're just pumped for this week, for this night. They've, like you've said in the past, just the feeling going into this game feels so much different in the past when you look at that Webb City week that you see on the schedule there. So definitely can't wait to see what we do against a team, and obviously this is a Webb City team that has lost a game. They lost to Joplin week 1. It was a close bout there. So this is obviously a beatable Webb City team.
As I have pointed out to numerous people in the last couple of weeks, Republic is a game ahead of Webb City in the COC standings, and take it while you can.
Yeah,
it's been a good start, and in talking to Dustin Baldwin on our show in the middle of the week, I asked him, would you rather go into a game like this where you've got a really good offense, but your defense is suspect like last year, or do you have a little more hope if your defense has been playing solid, even though your offense may not be where it was? And he right away answered the defense. I mean, at least if you got a solid defense, you feel like you can keep them somewhat in check, whereas last year felt like the offense had to score every time they touched the ball to stay in the game, and that is really what happened. They gave it up a couple of times, and that was enough to pretty much end any chance of an upset. And then, of course, things got away late, as they often do in Webb City. We're going to take a quick break as we wait for the coin toss here, and we'll be back with more after this on the Hines Street Pharmacy pregame show from Republic Tiger Sports. Not only can Hines Street Pharmacy deliver prescriptions right to your door and often save you money compared to what you're paying at big box pharmacies, their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, and now they're offering curbside flu shots. Hines Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Pinniger Chevrolet is proud we continue to serve Springfield and Southwest Missouri as we have for over 40 years. The Pinniger Chevrolet family treat each of our customers like family and exceed every expectation, not only in the large selection of new Chevrolets on the lot, but also the quality of pre-owned vehicles to fit any budget. Whether you need a new vehicle, have yours serviced, or need some body repair, pick Pinniger every time. Find new roads in Republic or online at PinnigerChevrolet.com.
Pick Pinniger every time.
State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Central Gas Propane is locally owned and operated and offers exceptional customer service when you need it most. They go the extra mile to meet their customers' needs with a level of service and communication that no other company can beat. Call today to switch and save Central Gas Propane at 417-725-3833 or online at centralgasmo.com.
I'm Todd Wojciechowski, Executive Vice President at People's Community Bank. Our mission is to put our communities first, and that's true right here in Republic. Whether it's supporting Republic schools or volunteering for one of the nonprofits doing good work in our hometown, all of us at People's Community Bank are committed to making Republic a better place to live. I hope you'll stop in soon and say hi.
People's Community Bank, right on Highway 60. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
With virtual grocery shopping, birthday parties, and even yoga, it seems everyone is doing things virtually. At Cox Health, we have 2 virtual care options to make it even easier to get the care you need from your home or workplace. Virtual visits on demand to see the first available Cox Health provider, and our new virtual visits for primary and specialty care. Now, you can schedule a virtual appointment for adult wellness exams and other routine care with a physician you already know and trust. To learn more, visit Cox Health at coxhealth.com.
Southern Sun Electric is a proud sponsor of the Classroom Spotlight. They encourage all student athletes not to settle for just good enough on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. Keep pushing yourself to higher levels and go Repmo from Southern Sun Electric. It's easier than ever to get your Rocco's Pizza fix. Place your order on their website at roccositaliankitchen.net or call them with one tap inside the Republic Tiger Sports mobile app. And don't forget dessert because Rocco's is serving homemade ice cream prepared right on site. Rocco's Italian Kitchen. Pizza, pasta, perfection.
Back in Republic, where the Tigers are just about set to kick it off to Webb City. Tigers won the toss and deferred to the second half. So Webb City will get the ball first. And we'll see right off the bat what the Tiger defense can do after 2 great games to start the season. A shutout at Neosho and an 8-point performance, giving up 8 to Willard.
You're exactly right. Talking about what you said to Coach Baldwin, he'd much rather have a more stringent defense than a high-flying offense. And because, we alluded to other times where last year it just seemed like the offense had to score every single possession or they weren't going to win the game. There were some games that our offense was putting up 48, 50 points, but still losing the game.
Yeah.
So definitely so far, 2 weeks in, the defense has been the much improvement of this Republic Tiger team.
Right. I mean, not that he wouldn't take both.
Right.
Maybe the high-flying offense and the solid defense would be nice, and maybe we'll get to that point. Fans on their feet and just about ready to go here from Republic, where the Tigers meet Webb City. Teed up and taken at about the 10-yard line. Tigers have a gap in the coverage and all the way out past the 40 to the 45-yard line on the return. And Webb City will have good field position to start things off.
Yeah, that time Webb City was able to throw in some really good blocks right up the middle there. The return man for Webb City really didn't have to do too much there. He was able to just run right up the middle. And as you alluded to, there was a pretty sizable hole right up the middle. Special teams is going to have to shore that up for the rest of the game.
Two wide receivers, two backs behind the quarterback, and a little throw out here in the flat. Landon Porter comes over and makes the hit and the stop on Gary Clinton after the catch, a gain of about 4 on first down.
And what you're going to see with the Webb City is their splits on the offensive line are, well, there's hardly any split at all. Usually most offense, there's a split between the linemen is a couple of feet. These guys are 6 inches to a foot. They're trying to squish everything inside, hoping to kind of corral everybody inside. Oh, what a great stop there. Who was that? That was Micah. Destroyed the Webb City running back. He almost took the handoff.
Let's take a look again. Webb City comes up to the line here, and Micah Erickson gets in to make the quick stop. Just blew the play up, like you said.
He's going to be short.
Yep, and the Tigers at least force fourth down, although Webb City across midfield may go for it on fourth here and probably will.
Yeah, and they're quick up in the line too. They're gonna try to catch our defense off guard here.
And Tigers try to get into position. Quarterback keeper, he's got the first down and more. Bounces off his own man. Down inside the 45 inside the 40 near the 35. And DeAndrea makes the stop for the Tigers.
That time Webb City calling, just looking over the sideline, getting the signal, not waiting for anybody to run off from the sideline there, trying to catch our defense, looking over at our sideline.
So 1st and 10, but not a bad start for the Tiger defense, even though they give up the first down. And they look to throw, they go up top, and behind the defense, wide open. They hit Cole Vaden going to the end zone, and that was easy for Vaden, just tossed it right over the shoulder. And he goes in for the touchdown, and that was just broken coverage.
You're exactly right. When a receiver is that wide open, that is obviously broken coverage. You have corners and free safeties running around out there, and everybody's got a part of the field that they are designated for, and obviously someone thought that someone else had that part of the field and allowed the receiver to just get wide open.
Extra point is good, and so just like that, after the good first series for the defense, Webb City gets the first down and then goes in for the touchdown. And that's where we stand with 9:54 left to go in the first quarter. Webb City on top 7-0. So now the Tigers get the ball, and they will face a very good Webb City defense, maybe a Webb City defense that's not quite as big as it has been in some previous seasons. But Tigers will have to see if they can answer.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a game where the offense is going to have to step up and definitely go toe-to-toe with however many points that Webb City offense puts up. We knew that Webb City was going to put some points up. You know, the only thing you can hope is everybody does a sound job and keeps the amount of times that Webb City's in the end zone low, and that we match everything that Webb City does offensively.
And like we said earlier, at least you don't feel like you've got to score every time. You might get some defensive stops. Out past the 20, and then tiptoeing to the sideline is Chase Buford. Gets it out to about the 23, 22-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will start with their first possession, trailing 7-0.
And this will be a really good test for our offense. don't know just how good the Willard defense or the Neosho defense was. So this is definitely going to see how our offense goes against one of the higher caliber defenses in the CFC.
Beckner in there at quarterback to start things off, and he'll typically trade with Moody. They give it to Sterling coming around the near side, and a late hit as the flag goes up on the first play from scrimmage for the Tigers.
Let's see how many yards.
So that's going to move it forward.
Ball marked at the 26-yard line. Penalty will move it up
all the way out past the 35, out past the 40, I think.
This is nice. Gives our offense a little bit more breathing room instead of being pinned almost back in our own red zone. Ball's out there past the 41 or up to the 41. Curling out, and oh yeah, wide open, keep going. Ah, dang.
All the way down to the 1, Landon Porter.
And Landon Porter is able to get behind the Webb City defense. That ball was thrown just a little bit harder. He wouldn't have had to slow down, but either the case, concentration was there, watched the ball all the way into his hands, and fought with the Webb City defender there to get it down inside the 1 yard line there.
So first and goal, and the Tigers will try to answer here. And across the line of scrimmage goes Webb City, and it'll be half the distance. This will be the world's shortest penalty.
Yeah, the football will just be slightly nudged. This white hat tonight is definitely not as loud and theatrical as last week.
No, well, maybe he'll warm up to the job as the night goes on.
I like that though. You got the Webb City defense a little discombobulated there.
Give it on the inside. I think it's going to be a little bit short.
Yeah.
But not much of a gain, but didn't need a whole lot. That's going to be probably about half the distance again.
Yeah, our offensive line is going to have to do a better job. He just made a giant pile. There was no running lanes there for the back.
Moody sends Porter in motion. Moody is going to keep it, tries to split a couple of defenders, fights his way in. He's close. He's leaning. Official in. There goes one set of hands up in black and orange.
Right.
Touchdown, Tigers. Avery Moody gets it in across the goal line.
And there's our quick answer right there. Just see how our offense does against what is considered one of the best high-caliber teams, not only in the COC, but in the state of Missouri.
So now they'll try to answer on the extra point. Down, up, and through. And so with 6:46 left to go in the first quarter, Republic answers. 7 apiece. And let's take a break.
Elliott Robinson and Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm, serving as your trusted business advisors. And again this year, they're making possible our By the Numbers feature, where we take a look at the stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. ERCPA named to Accounting Today's 2020 Best Accounting Firms to Work For. You can find them in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet or online at ercpa.com.
very patient. It's not that he was running super hard. It's just he pretty much allowed all the individuals in front of him set up their blocks, and then once he realized that he had a hole and everybody was sustaining their blocks, that's when he hit that second gear and just ran by every Republic jersey.
Well, everything happening so fast, we haven't had a chance to show you any replays, but we want to show you a couple of the highlights of that Tiger touchdown series, and we'll start with the long pass to Landon Porter from Gavin Beckner. And this set up the touchdown. But they found Porter, and he took it right down to the 1 yard line, and then they gave it to Moody on the very next play. And Moody with the second effort got it all the way in. Took a little while for the official to dig through the pile and find him over the goal line, but that made it 7 apiece, and then Webb City, of course, immediately answered with the touchdown return you just saw. So it's 14-7 Webb City with 6:34 left to go in the first quarter, and the Tigers will try to answer again. Buford's got it on about the 7 yard line. Takes it out past the 15, tries to bounce it to the outside, and nothing doing. As coming up and making the hit was Cale Stevens, the 5'10 senior for Webb City.
And here's the difference is just watching that all set up. Not all of our guys were able to pick up a Webb City player. The Webb City guys were just sprinting as hard as they can, and some of our guys just weren't able to go find a white jersey and throw a block. By the time they were able to find a guy to block, the white jersey was already running past their face.
Trips to the left side for Republic, one wide receiver to the right. And Beckner in there. Fakes the throw to the right, and he's gotten with a face mask. He's going to launch it
open.
Up. And he's going down the sideline.
Baby!
And he's open, and they may answer again. Landon Porter gets past the defense for a second time, and the Tigers answer again.
Yeah, Coach Baldwin is down there obviously saying decline it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they'll decline the penalty. So, 6:15 left in the first quarter, and it's 14-14. Well, it says 8:15. I can't tell if it's 8 or 6. One of the lights is burned out. What is it, Tim?
It's 8:15.
Yeah, it's
8:15. So less than 4 minutes.
Right.
We're averaging a touchdown a minute. Quick, what's the math on that? What if we average a touchdown a minute? I mean, you got to assume for the ease of, just assume they make the extra points. So you get 7 points a minute, 7 times 12, 96. So you're looking at about 360 total points. Extra point is good.
I don't teach math, so don't look at me.
And it is 14 apiece. And wow. So the penalty enforced on the kickoff. And the Tigers will try to do a better job on the kickoff this time. 8:15 left to go in the first quarter, and this is a crazy one already. Let's take a look at this one. You'll see as the play begins, the face mask. And then he just got behind the defense, and off he went. That better look at the action. As always, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health, dedicated to helping you get a better look at everything. Find them online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. Our red zone reports are going to be few and far between if they keep scoring from 70, 80 yards out. But thanks, as always, to Sarah Rader at State Farm for sponsoring our State Farm Red Zone report. Tigers have been good in the red zone so far this year as they were last year.
And what a great job with him holding his ground, even with a face mask, and he had some white jerseys in his face, still being able to get that ball off, up in the air.
And so they're going to mark the penalty off, and Republic will get to kick it off from Webb City's 45. See if he can just bury it in the end zone and alleviate the need to cover. He's going to onside it from there, and Webb City recovers.
I like
that play.
That's a very smart move right there. Obviously, the first kickoff, they were able to run it all the way out to the 45. The second one was returned for a touchdown, and with the short field because of the penalty, that's a pretty good play there on that onside kick.
Right, they're not going to return it, so go ahead and take the yardage you got on the penalty, get rid of the chance of the long return. So Webb City lines it up, rolling to the near side, and throwing down the sideline, complete.
Pass is complete.
So that was Gaiman to Clinton, Gary Clinton, the big tight end, 6'4", 230, a senior. And they get the first down and move the chains.
And you're going to see that type of rollout pass play for most of Webb City's passing this evening. He'll either roll out to the left or right. He doesn't stand just there in the pocket for too long.
Low under the center, and they hand it off, and gain of about 5 as Wilson had a head of steam and carried the tackler for about 5 yards before being brought down at exactly midfield. Connor Sandridge brought him down.
Now there's Webb City running the veer. They're notorious for running the veer option. They've done that for probably 20 plus years. They teach it all the way from the grade school all the way up.
Bouncing it to the outside, and he's got room, and he's going to go. And that is Devin Weathers, Kansas State commit, and he looked like it as he just got to the outside. And Dustin Baldwin said during the week, if he gets a head of steam, if you don't get him as he comes across the line of scrimmage, he's very hard to bring down. And that's what happened there.
And if you go back and watch the video, we had 2 defenders that literally got blocked inside. You can't have that. If you're the outside linebacker, the defensive end, you cannot get blocked inside. You have to keep your outside shoulder, your outside arm free.
So kick is up and good. And let's take a look at that touchdown by Devin Weathers. Well, we got in a little late to see the blocks on the inside, but Weathers got to the outside and ran it in. So Webb City back on top, and we'll take a break. You're watching Tiger football on
When you need a plumber, you usually need one fast, but you also want one who'll do the job right. In the Republic area, that's Far Better Plumbing. Whether it's residential, commercial, or you need excavation, call Far Better and let them take away the stress of your plumbing problem. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com.
Let's see what the Tigers can do now. Out to about the 30, which is where they will get underway.
Yards on the return to the 30-yard
15-yard return, and the Tigers will take over there.
Neither offense has had a long, sustained drive there. All drives have been just a few plays and in the end zone.
Yep.
Ball at the 29-yard line.
Well, I would settle for that again. You know, anything more than a 3-play drive is boring. Let's get it moving. Beckner hands it off to Meads, who takes it around the outside, then tucks it into a gap. And a good gain of about 6 yards on first down for Meads.
Yeah, that time right there, he was really patient. He just kind of zigzagged in there just a little bit and allowed two offensive linemen to sustain their block, and he kind of fed off of the angle of their backs and was able to pick up some good yardage.
Beckner puts Meads behind him. Gives it to him, and Meads is wrapped up as he comes across the line of scrimmage. Loss of a little bit of yardage there. Brings up third down at about 6.
There hasn't been very many plays for our offense, but it kind of looks like just going right up the middle is going to be very difficult for this Republic offense. The 3 D linemen for Webb City are doing a great job of just creating a pile and not allowing the back to have any running lanes.
3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Sterling goes in motion. Now he reverses direction. And the snap brought in by Beckner, who throws on the run and a little bit short, and Sterling couldn't come back and get it.
Man, he was right at the first down marker, too, just a little past it.
Yeah, it was not a bad pass considering that Beckner was backpedaling.
Yeah, he was running. He was running. He could feel the pressure of the Webb City couple of D linemen chasing him there.
Yeah, it went wrong there on the snap when he couldn't quite handle it, and then he had to run away, backpedal to get away.
He's smart here.
Yeah, Republic will have to punt.
Our punters punted away from the return man. Not the deepest kick.
But high, and he got it off and taken it midfield.
Man. It's only what
down there by Lane Salzman.
That's only like a 15. That was only like a 15-yard punt there.
Well, given the amount of pressure that he was under, I'll take the 15 yards. Got it off, and will force Webb City to do something on offense. But the Tigers, for the first time, failed to score and failed to answer a Webb City touchdown. And it's 21-14 Webb City, and they'll have the ball when we come back after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Any day's a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com.
Hey now, Cracker Jack Shack.
Cracker Jack Shack has got your back with custom apparel for your club, organization, or business. And they take screen printing to the next level with amazing new software that lets you track your order online from concept to artwork to the finished product. Link it, see it, click it, get it. Only at the Shack.
Always on time and right on track. Cracker Jack Shack, we got you back. Cracker Jack Shack.
Once again, the Cardinals with good field position to start their drive, leading by 7, 21-14. And they give it to Weathers, and he stumbles forward, then backward inside the 45 to about the 44, and it'll be second down and 4.
Time that was just a really quick handoff. The back is just trying to get as much yards as he can. O-line did a good job of kind of handling our defensive line there. Alluding to what I was talking about earlier, Webb City likes to go most of the time in a tight formation, and they have really small splits, meaning there's not very much space between the O-linemen up there.
And again, they give it to Weathers, and he fights his way ahead for a first down inside the 35. Hit a couple of times, but just spun off and kept going, and that's what he does.
And you know, right there, if we don't stop them just running it right up the middle, Webb City doesn't have to get too fancy. They're just gonna keep handing it off and a cloud of dust, even though this is turf. It's kind of old school term there, but just running between the tackles. They may occasionally try to bounce it outside.
A cloud of rubber byproduct.
Counter.
Weather. Step that time. They got in and made him hesitate and got a yard or two, but that was a better effort by the defense.
At that time, it looked like Webb City did a counter play, fake it one side, fake it to the right, and then come back to the left. Our interior D lineman did a great job of just holding the ground and not allowing him to get 5 to 6 yards like he did in the 2 previous plays.
Second and about 9. They're going to throw this time. They're going to go up top. They've got a man down the middle and overthrew him. Good coverage all the way down. That was Hayden Jones on the coverage.
Yeah, their feet kind of got tangled up there at the very end, and I was really hoping the referee didn't think that was pass interference there at the last second. Jones, like you said, did a great job. He was stride for stride with the Webb City receiver.
Big third down here, 3rd and long. Be nice to hold him to limited yardage on this one and then bring up a 4th and more than a couple of yards for them.
Roll out there, wide open in the flat.
And that's going to go for big yardage inside the 10, all the way down inside the 5. As they threw it to Wilson, and Wilson was, as you said, wide open.
Yeah, he just came across, and all of our guys didn't see that a receiver was coming across the middle, and no one stayed with him, and he came out here to the flat here closest to us. Once he caught the ball and turned his head, he realized there wasn't anybody 20 yards from him.
4:35 left, and they're about to score their 4th touchdown. Weathers is going to get to the outside, and he's in. And we talked up the defense in the pregame, and now it's the offense that was staying with Webb City, but Webb City has not had any problem scoring on the Tigers so far. It's 27-14. And they'll try to make it 28-14. You know, that's bad for the defense when the offense scores so quickly. Is up and good. And it's 28-14 Webb City, so we'll take a break and be back with more after this. You're watching Tiger Football on Republic Tiger Sports.
Destiny Church is a proud sponsor of Republic Tiger Sports and would love to have you join them in person at 526 East Harrison behind McAllister's, Sunday at 9 a.m., or at the Spring Creek venue for an outdoor service at 11. There's also a Wednesday youth service for grades 6 to 12. Doors open at 6. Gold Medal Gyms is where Republic athletes build a foundation for future success. Whether it's gymnastics, cheerleading, or tumbling, young athletes learn skills that prepare them to take on virtually any sport they choose. Sign up for your free trial at their gorgeous facility at Highway 60 and Highway M. Gold Medal Gyms, raising the bar for Republic athletics.
Tiger offense needs a little something here. Get back on track. Kickoff taken at the 5-yard line. And rocked at about the 24. As he was sandwiched as he came out across the 20. And that was a rough one.
Yeah, that's definitely something that special teams needs to address, either on the sideline or at halftime. That everybody's got to pick up someone. There's a designated person pretty much for every single person to block. And so far, Webb City's just been able to tee off on us. There's been at least 3 or 4 guys just running down the field untouched.
Yeah,
and that's not really, obviously, if you're the return guy, you're hoping that someone picks up the guys flying off the edge. If not, that happens right there.
Still a pretty good return. I mean, he got 15 yards. It's just he got rocked as he came out across the 20. Beckner out there again. And Dustin Baldwin obviously sees something he likes in the defensive setup that would have him put Beckner out there. They've had success throwing the ball, but not that time. McDaniel got in there and got the sack.
Yeah, the defensive end that is closest to us is able to just push his way back there. And here's the deal. One of the issues here is they've got 3 D linemen, and their 3 D linemen are just wreaking havoc. That shouldn't be the case. We have more linemen on our side of the ball than their side of the ball.
Yeah, and that's, if anybody's going to take advantage of an inexperienced offensive line, it's going to be Webb City. And now coming up with more pressure. Ball is out. I'm pretty sure that's down. Yeah, the official comes in from the near side and whistles it dead. It came out as Beckner hit the ground, but you'll see again on this one as they line up, and we watch it again, Beckner's going to be immediately under pressure. The linebacker comes in from the outside, gets around the edge, and then the ball comes out as Beckner hits the ground. So it is 3rd and very long for Republic.
And since they've got us pinned inside the 5-yard line, they're just gonna bring several plays here. I'm pretty sure the D coordinator over there is probably giving some signal that's going to bring several guys on a blitz.
3rd and 31. I throw a little slant, and somebody wants a timeout. I would guess it's probably Dustin Baldwin and the Tigers. Yep, Republic calls a timeout. So with 2:51 left to go in the first quarter, Tigers will talk things over. We'll take a break and be back with more after this. You're watching Tiger Football on Republic Tiger Sports.
Destiny Church is a proud sponsor of Republic Tiger Sports and would love to have you join them in person at 526 East Harrison behind McAllister's, Sunday at 9 a.m., or at the Spring Creek venue for an outdoor service at 11. There's also a Wednesday youth service for grades 6 to 12. Doors open at 6. Service begins at 6:30. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram or on the web at destinychurch.me. Hetty Barbecue Company is home to great barbecue, including the famous Pig Nasty Sandwich. They're also home to our Retmo football show every Wednesday night. Go in and check them out or call them for takeout at 732-4BBQ.
Hard to believe it is still the first quarter. It's still 2:51 left. 3rd down and 31 for Republic. In motion goes Sterling. They're going to give it to him around this side. Weaves in and out of a couple of tacklers, but nowhere near the first down. Gets it out past the 10. And the positive there is that at least you've got now a little breathing room as you have to punt it away.
Yeah, and instead of the punter being literally 6 inches from the back of the end zone, he's just now standing in the middle of the end zone.
I take back what I said about breathing room. He gets it off. Pretty good kick. Drives him back. Fair catch called for at the 44-yard line. Fair catch by Cole Vaden, who had the first touchdown for Webb City. And Gonzalez with a good punt to force Webb City back a little bit.
And here you got to watch out for Webb City maybe trying to do a big play there. It was a quick turnaround, quick turnover on downs. Wouldn't surprise me one bit if Webb City maybe tried to air it out a little bit here or do some type of special play.
Nope, quarterback keeper. The opposite of a special play. I guess when you're having such success,
right.
you know.
No, that looked like some type of option play there.
Yeah, it was the option.
QB, and that's what Webb City is great at. They've got, just a few option plays that they run, and it's the same option plays they've been running for several years now. It's just like I had said earlier, when they teach that same group of plays from the elementary levels all up to the high school level, they're used to doing it, and they're good at it.
Right.
Wilson on the carry.
First down for Webb City. Still a minute and a half left in the first quarter.
Yeah, usually 28-14 at a high school game is the final score, not the first quarter score with a minute left.
And the blitz couldn't quite hang on. They're still going to get the sack.
Good job by your Tiger defense.
It was Sandridge who got in there first and couldn't quite hang on. DeAndrea and Markham came in to finish him off. It's a good team effort by the Republic defense. Ended up being a loss of 1. Would have been a loss of 5 or 6, but they still get the sack.
Yeah, that's the few times that our defense has really just got back there and put a lot of pressure on Webb City's QB.
Wide receiver to each side. They give it to Weathers, and not much room. Cooper Lander is in there. Sandridge and Erickson, or Markham rather.
Yeah, good job our D lineman on just creating a pile. He really didn't have anywhere to go.
Yep. Third down and about 8. Third and 9, and that's going to wrap up the first quarter. So it was an eventful first quarter for both teams. 28-14, Webb City trying to build on a 14-point lead, and the Tiger defense could use a stop right about now. We'll see if they can get it after this break. You're watching Tiger football on Republic Tiger Sports.
New York Life agent Michael Weeks is a proud sponsor of Republic Tiger Sports and a supporter of all Republic students on the field and off. If you have financial questions, call him at 417-831-5230. Thanks to New York Life agent Michael Weeks for his support of Republic Tiger Sports. Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at sarahrader.com. Vision Health Eye Center. Outstanding eye care, exceptional eyewear. From glasses, prescriptions, and contact lens fittings to emergency eye care, they help your family see, feel, and look better than they ever have before. Check them out online at visionhealtheyecenter.com.
Our second quarter scoreboard sponsor is Destiny Church. Thanks to Destiny Church for their support of Republic Tiger Sports. Destiny Church, pursuing God, loving life. Find them online at destinychurch.me. Third down and 9, third and 8.
I would assume that if Webb City doesn't get this first down here, this is definitely going to be 2-down territory.
Third down and 9 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I think they'd have to be pretty much deep in their own territory and have a 4th and long to not go for it. And good tackle by Micah Erickson as he grabbed Wilson by the jersey and pulled him down. And Erickson makes the stop, and it does bring up a 4th down and 5. Have they had a 4th down yet? They did have the one.
They had one early, and then the very next play after they got that first down was a touchdown.
Throw it in the flat. Hayden Jones tried to get up there and make the stop before the receiver got up ahead of steam. Couldn't quite do it.
Yeah, it wasn't anything special. The QB just kind of rolled out a little bit to his right, and the receiver really didn't do anything. Just kind of took a couple steps forward, and then kind of came back and just looked at his QB and waited for the ball. And like Ken Kinnear mentioned, he just kind of sidestepped our defender out there.
So 1st and 10. And a gain of 3 or 4 on the give to Weathers.
Stop made by Tommy DeAndrea.
As you had said, Weathers is outstanding athlete. He's already a K-State signee, and that's always obviously difficult whenever you're going up against a high school athlete that's already committed to a D1 school.
Yeah, especially when he's got blockers. You know, it's one thing when you've got a guy who's kind of the only guy on the team. And the pitch on the option, lots of running room, and into the end zone goes Cade Wilson for the Webb City touchdown.
And it's such a group effort against the option. You got to have a guy, obviously, on the QB and the back that is mirroring him that he's going to pitch it to. And if we did a great job of coming up and planting the QB, but we didn't have anybody come up, we didn't have a DN or outside linebacker or a corner to come up and make the tackle.
Extra point kick is good by Cameron Clark.
So the extra point good.
Webb City Cardinals 35.
And it is 35-14. And this one is starting to get out of hand. 21, it's not as bad. A 21-point lead early in the second quarter is a lot worse when it's 21-0 than when it's 35-14. But the Tigers are getting to the point where they really, really need a scoring drive, and they preferably would like to run some clock while doing it, rather than, the quick strikes are nice, but the defense has got to be gassed out there, and it would be nice to give them a little breather.
You're right, and if anything, at least giving the time to meet with their position coaches over there on the sideline to talk about, what worked and what didn't work, and move on from there.
Buford back on the 5-yard line. Coverage has been good for Webb City so far. A line drive kick taken by Buford at about the 4. Bobbled it, held onto it though. Takes it out to the 15, past the 20, and down at about the 24-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will start. Let's see who's out there at quarterback.
Little pushing and shoving out there. 21 for Webb City. Kind of got pinballed by a couple of the Republic jerseys out there. Things getting a little chippy. The referee's not really doing too much about it.
And Beckner back out at quarterback. In talking to Dustin Baldwin, he said there may be some games where we think the matchup favors Beckner, some where it favors Moody, and some where it's kind of back and forth. It's been a Beckner night so far. Thought I heard a whistle, but I guess not. And almost picked off. Did that get caught? It was picked off.
It was.
Bounced right off of Sterling and right into the hands of the defender.
Yep, they're giving it to him. He had it and was kind of balling around, and the Webb City defender just kind of ripped it out of his hands since he didn't have it secured.
Let's watch it again. Yeah, really, that's a tough break. Bounced right off his chest. You can see it. It's a good throw right to him, and just bounced right to the defender.
As a result of the interception, the Cardinals have
and so the interception by Tragan Parker gives Webb City the ball back again. And a chance to build on this 35-14 lead. That better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health, dedicated to helping you get a better look at everything. Find them online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. On the move, they throw it into the end zone, and it is a touchdown. Over the top, complete to Cole Vaden, his second touchdown of the night. And Webb City, 41-14 leaders over Republic. Absolutely crazy how fast they have scored, and made worse by the fact that Republic, when they got the ball, they scored so quickly.
Again, a breakdown in the defensive secondary. We had two guys back there that allowed the receiver to get past them, and before both of them realized what was going on, they tried to play catch up there and was just not able to make up the ground. The ball was thrown up over their heads. He catches it in back of the end zone.
So it is 42-14 Webb City. We'll take a break and be back with more. You're watching Tiger Football on Republic Tiger Sports.
Super Clean Car Wash is Republic's newest and best car wash, conveniently located right on Highway 60. And with their monthly memberships, it's easier than ever to keep your car clean with a quick stop on your way home from work. Super Clean Car Wash on Highway 60 in Republic. Teamwear Solutions is not only your source for official Tiger apparel, but they're also a partner for your group's fundraising needs. Business apparel, bleacher apparel, and on-field apparel. They've got you covered. Find them online at teamwearsolutions.com.
Tyler Burks made the return there, kicked it right at him, and so Burks said, well, I'll take this. Got it out to about the 28-yard line. That's where the Tigers will start.
Offense has got to get something going here.
Send a man in motion. Keeper, Beckner, nowhere to go. And he's hit at about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that time our O-line wasn't able to get a very good push on the 3 down linemen for Webb City. Just wasn't anything there. Tried to hit the line of scrimmage, and there was just a big mess there, no running lanes.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers. Beckner has Meads next to him, gives it to Meads, and gets around a block. I think they're going to get a holding call.
I think it's going to be a block in the back.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe they'd get Parks for a hold.
Devin Stoll, number 18. Along with Luke Scott, number 48, making the tackle. Penalty flag at the 28-yard line.
Kind of just pushed him straight down in the ground.
Well, they did get a hold. If you watch number 5 Parks here on the near side on the edge, he's got a hold of 18, holding him as he tried to come back to the play. And sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Find them online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. Third and 9. They're going to throw it, and it is going to be incomplete off the helmet of the defender, intended for Landon Porter, streaking up the far sideline. So good coverage by the Cardinals. Didn't even turn around, just jumped up and let it hit him on the noggin. Good pass, and again, Beckner with great touch on those long passes. And you see the defender, I think, just let it hit him on the top of the helmet. I don't know if I should say he let it hit him on the top of the helmet. It just did hit him on the top of the helmet. Might be giving him too much credit. Timeout, Webb City.
Webb City didn't have the right personnel out there. They had half their defense out there and half of their punt block. And there was a lot of confusion. They probably had like 15 or 16 guys out there. And realizing what was probably going to happen there, Coach Roderick over there called a timeout before a penalty could arise for them having way too many guys out on the field.
8:44 left to go in the second quarter still. And when the teams have scored, they've just scored so quickly. And then when Republic's given it up, I mean, there was the turnover, but then they're throwing the ball. So when it's incomplete, the clock stops. So nothing runs off the clock, and they give it up. Fair catch called for at about the 50-yard line on the run. Coming up and making the fair catch was Cole Vaden. And Webb City will have it at midfield as they start another drive. Tim Barnes, you're going to run out of paper over there for the drives.
I am. No more drives. And one of the problems, Webb City, of their 6 drives, they've started at their own 45 or better on 5 of those.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not going to help. Give it to the fullback, and he just carries the pile forward.
Jace Timmons, number 27, the ball carrier for the Cardinals.
That was Jace.
formation. On the offense, the 5-yard penalty. We will replay second down.
Penalty will move the ball back to the 48-yard line for the Cardinals.
So after the penalty, it'll be 2nd and 8 for Webb City. Down to 7:45 left to go in the half. 2 wide receivers to the right side. Tight end to the right as well. And good play by Micah Erickson to trip up Gordon as he was given the ball. Tripped up in the backfield. Stumbled forward for a gain of a yard or so. Brings up 3rd and 6. Call it a gain of 2.
And sometimes when you're a D lineman and you're kind of getting pushed around, sometimes that's the best thing for you to kind of resort to, is just getting low and just not allowing the offensive lineman to really get a good angle on you because you're so low. And that's kind of what Micah did. Almost took a knee.
Roll out and under pressure, and it's going to be a stop. Sandridge was back there, and finally, I think DeAndrea gets credit for the tackle after Sandridge spun him around. They were both back there. But good pass rush by the Tigers, and that'll be the first stop for the Republic defense tonight.
And the punt team is already out there ready to go, and our guys aren't even lined up.
Punt is away and taken to about the 22-yard line by Porter, and he ends up going backwards. And they're going to call him down at the 19. I don't think he was that far backwards, but maybe so. So, negative return.
Water break.
Another water break for the teams. And the Tigers will have it from, well, they're going to mark it at the 20 for the Tigers as they start their next drive. So we'll take a break and be back with more after this. You're watching Tiger Football on Republic Tiger Sports.
Not only can Hines Street Pharmacy deliver prescriptions right to your door and often save you money compared to what you're paying at big box pharmacies, their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, and now they're offering curbside flu shots. Hines Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Touchdown drive here would be helpful. 42-14 right now. And the Tigers need to run some clock and maybe get it in the end zone. And Moody is out there. Fakes the throw, and he's got running room and splits defender, stays on his feet. Out to midfield. Down to the 40, all the way down to the 35-yard line. What a run by Avery Moody.
Yeah, considering he got kind of sandwiched between two Webb City defenders, and it looked like he was going to go down, and he just kept his feet going. Way to be a trooper there, because that wasn't a light hit by those two Webb City guys.
Nope.
I mean, they both came flying in, and I could kind of hear the hit all the way up here in the press box.
Yeah, it was that was an impressive run. And now we've got a timeout taken by Webb City with 5:49 left to go in the second half. And, you know, just a different look that kind of maybe put the defense on its heels there, and that ended up being a big play for the Tigers. Let's watch it again. Moody pump fakes right off the bat, and then watch him as he comes to the 25 or 30, gets hit hard and somehow stays on his feet, and then outruns the defenders. They had an ankle and managed to track him down inside the 35, but a great run for Moody as he catch and then just fell into the end zone. So, big play.
Can't imagine what was going through his mind there while he had to wait for that ball to come to him, as there was easily 2 to 3 white jerseys that were just sprinting to him as hard as they could, and he's just hoping that ball got there before they did.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess he's probably thinking, don't hit me too hard, whoever's coming. So 5:41 left in the half. Well, anybody that had 63 points in the first half is winning the pool. And they're going to try it onside, or it's bobbled, and I think falling back down on it is Webb City. Almost worked.
Yeah, Webb City wasn't obviously lined up for it. Our guys weren't lined up for an onside kick, so they were totally caught off guard there.
Yep. It went right to Gordon, and he bobbled it, but it didn't get away from him. Just fell right straight down, and he managed to jump on it. So if the Tiger defense could get a stop here, they do get the ball first. And a sack, Sandridge. And the whistle blows as Sandridge got into the backfield, and the defense showing a little life.
That was almost a mirror image of the previous sack that Sandridge and Tommy D were out there. Both those guys, I would imagine probably some type of blitz call, just how quickly those guys are in the backfield.
Down to 5 minutes. And it's 2nd down and 16. The pitch to Weathers, and he got away from a man and gets into the open field, and he runs away from Parks. One man to beat Jones, and he jukes him and goes to the end zone. Touchdown, Devin Weathers. Boy, he looked like a Division I running back on that play.
Yeah, he ran over 2 different Republic defenders out there between the 50 and 40-yard marker out there on the field, and once he ran those 2 guys over, there wasn't any stopping him. As you saw, once he got about to the 20, he was in full stride. His arms were pumping as hard as they could. He was going to make it into that end zone no matter what.
Boy, after the sack, I was feeling a little greedy. I was thinking, boy, they got time to score. And Weathers they still have time to score because Weathers scored so quickly. 4:42 left. I mean, there's time for 3 or 4 more touchdowns before halftime. 49-21 with 4:42 left to go in the quarter. And let's take a look again at that run by Weathers. Right there is where you knew they were in trouble, and then he just sprinted right by everybody. And then poor Hayden Jones was kind of out of position and had no chance to get his body turned around and get back to Weathers. That better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health, dedicated to helping you get a better look at everything. Find them online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. Now, this Webb City defense is vulnerable. I mean, you compare them to previous years we've seen them. Bounced one time and picked up by Buford. Spins off a man and takes it out to about the 32. Good return by Buford.
Yeah, he's touched the ball a lot this evening.
Yep.
Surprised he's not gassed, but right there you can clearly see he's still running full speed out there. The rate of speed.
And the ball down at about the 38-yard line by Republic. So that's where Webb City will take over.
That punt was one of the better punts for the night. Some of the earlier punts were really high arcing punts. They got a lot of air, but not a lot of movement down the field. Some of them were around 15 yards. This one gives the defense a little bit better position.
Inside handoff. About the 45, gang tackled. Ball went to Jace Timmons.
Joey Friel, number 27 on the carry.
Oh, no. Joey Friel. No, I'm pretty sure that's Jace Timmons. They've got two 27s on their roster, and Timmons is the one who's labeled as a running back.
They did that just to throw you off.
Well, it worked. It takes a lot less than that to throw me off. That's a lot of effort. And a first down with about 2.5 minutes left in the half.
There, Webb City not too fancy. The past two plays were just straight gives. They're able to get 5 yards each time there. And this time is where I think Webb City doesn't look like they're in too much of a hurry.
No, I mean, up 49-21 before halftime. I think they're probably not even, they'd be glad to score if they could, but and now a little extracurricular. As the ball carrier didn't like it, now we've got a flag coming in. And I don't know who that's going to be on, but if it's on Republic, that's a silly penalty as everybody was walking away.
I think it might be on Connor Sandridge because coach pulled him off and has now replaced him. And what stinks is a lot of times it's not the person who started or instigated, it's the person who reacted.
Yep.
Is who the referees catch.
So I'm guessing it was something said kind of after the play was over and everybody was separating. So they'll march it up all the way into Republic territory, all the way down past the 40 to the 35. Boy, that was a tough one.
Yeah, considering the play was for such a short gain. And now the ball is marched all the way down to the 35-yard line. Sometimes, in the heat of the moment there on the football field, things sometimes get to you, but you got to keep your cool.
Inside handoff again.
Pinniger Chevrolet is proud we continue to serve Springfield and Southwest Missouri as we have for over 40 years. The Pinniger Chevrolet family treat each of our customers like family and exceed every expectation, not only in the large selection of new Chevrolets on the lot, but also the quality of pre-owned vehicles to fit any budget. Whether you need a new vehicle, have yours serviced, or need some body repair, pick Pinniger every time. Find new roads in Republic or online at PinnigerChevrolet.com.
Pick Pinniger every time.
State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Central Gas Propane is locally owned and operated and offers exceptional customer service when you need it most. They go the extra mile to meet their customers' needs with a level of service and communication that no other company can beat. Call today to switch and save Central Gas Propane at 417-725-3833 or online at centralgasmo.com.
I'm Todd Wojciechowski, Executive Vice President at People's Community Bank. Our mission is to put our communities first, and that's true right here in Republic. Whether it's supporting Republic schools or volunteering for one of the nonprofits doing good work in our hometown, all of us at People's Community Bank are committed to making Republic a better place to live. I hope you'll stop in soon and say hi.
People's Community Bank, right on Highway 60. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
With virtual grocery shopping, birthday parties, and even yoga, it seems everyone is doing things virtually. At Cox Health, we have 2 virtual care options to make it even easier to get the care you need from your home or workplace. Virtual visits on demand to see the first available Cox Health provider, and our new virtual visits for primary and specialty care. Now, you can schedule a virtual appointment for adult wellness exams and other routine care with a physician you already know and trust. To learn more, visit Cox Health at coxhealth.com.
Southern Sun Electric is a proud sponsor of the Classroom Spotlight. They encourage all student athletes not to settle for just good enough on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. Keep pushing yourself to higher levels and go Repmo from Southern Sun Electric. It's easier than ever to get your Rocco's Pizza fix. Place your order on their website at roccositaliankitchen.net or call them with one tap inside the Republic Tiger Sports mobile app. And don't forget dessert because Rocco's is serving homemade ice cream prepared right on site. Rocco's Italian Kitchen. Pizza, pasta, perfection.
Back on the Gold Medal Gym's halftime show, we're going to let you watch the Tiger Pride Band as they put on their halftime show here, second home game of the season. We'll back it out so you can see the whole thing.
This epic tale that spans millennia is masterfully crafted with recognizable harmonies, rhythms, and icons that are sure to evoke the mysteries of one of the 7 wonders of the world. Drum majors Jack Hudenpile, Brooke Miller, Hayden Taylor. Is your band ready? You may take the field for your September 11th home performance. October 3rd in Branson on October 10th, as well as a virtual festival through the University of Central Missouri. We wish them nothing but the best this season. Tiger Pride Marching Band would once again like to thank their sponsors, Vision Health Eye Center, Mid-Missouri Bank, Caitlin Music Center.
Well, back on the Gold Medal Gym's halftime show, Tigers trailing 49-21. It started off as just a back-and-forth offensive battle as both teams were scoring willy-nilly right off the bat. Started off with a Webb City touchdown. And it looked like this. It was wide open Cole Vaden who got past the defense, and that made it 7-0 after the extra point.
Again, a big thank you to all of the band parents for all they do, from handing out popsicles to sorting uniforms to parking cars.
Tigers responded.
This program would not be a success without you. Thank you all for all that you do.
Started off with a late hit penalty on the next drive as Sterling was hit as he came out of bounds.
First half scoring, and there was a lot of it. All touchdowns.
And then after a long gain, it was Moody who struggled his way in and got into the end zone. And we were tied 7-7 after another Webb City touchdown. It was Republic's turn again, and this time it was a long pass to Landon Porter. As Porter got open down the near sideline, made the catch, and took it all the way in past the defense. Made it 14-14. But from there, it was all Webb City most of the way. They then scored a few more times. Eventually led 42-14. A couple of other highlights for the Tigers in that first half. This run is Avery Moody checked in, gets hit right here, and stays on his feet and runs it all the way down inside the 40 near the 35-yard line. And then it was a pass from Moody to Buford for the next score. And that made it 42-21. Moody, the left-handed pass up the far sideline, and Buford catches it just short of the end zone and goes across the pylon, makes it 42-21. Webb City added one more touchdown, and it's 49-21. Here it happened.
On the defensive side, it's literally some of the pass plays have just been too easy. There's just been blown coverage, whether it's been a corner in the safety that's back there, not communicating very well, has gotten past both of them, or there's been some times where a receiver's just doing a crossing route or a drag route it's wide open in the flats, and there's no one there keeping an eye to see if there's anybody coming across the middle of the field. So this is definitely going to be a team effort. There isn't just one thing that I can say, you know, if we just change this, this will definitely, you know, make a difference in the game. It's a whole bunch of things, especially on the special teams. Special teams has been great the first 2 weeks. The only blemish up until tonight was a block punt by Willard, but you know, when you allow in the first quarter Webb City to run the ball back pretty much with ease to score their second touchdown, or third touchdown, I can't remember which one it was, that can't happen. And on the punt, got to sustain those blocks. Our O-linemen have got to hold those blocks to give our punter a chance back there to have a clean kick, because all but one of his kicks have been short, and it's been partially because he's had one or two Webb City guys just kind of bearing down on him straight up the middle, which kind of makes him have to kick more up, straight up, than more out.
You know, and the other thing about trying to stop Webb City, not on special teams, but just on defense, is you can do almost everything right, but if you don't do everything exactly right and Weathers has the ball, he's going to run over you or beat you. And, well, he is a low. You know, it's tough to stop him if you are not playing at your absolute best. And this is a good Tiger defense, but they have given up 49 points to Webb City in the first half.
Yeah, there's a reason why he has signed with Kansas State. You know, we've seen it firsthand right here, and even in that Joplin loss, he had a couple 100 yards rushing against a very good Joplin team.
Well, like we mentioned, Tigers will get the ball first when we return to action. We're going to take a break here and be back with more. After this, you're watching Tiger Football on Republic Tiger Sports.
With virtual grocery shopping, birthday parties, and even yoga, it seems everyone is doing things virtually. At Cox Health, we have 2 virtual care options to make it even easier to get the care you need from your home or workplace. Virtual visits on demand to see the first available Cox Health provider, and our new virtual visits for primary and specialty care. Now, you can schedule a virtual appointment for adult wellness exams and other routine care with a physician you already know and trust. To learn more, visit Cox Health at coxhealth.com.
Southern Sun Electric is a proud sponsor of the Classroom Spotlight. They encourage all student athletes not to settle for just good enough on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. Keep pushing yourself to higher levels and go Repmo from Southern Sun Electric.
I'm Todd Wojciechowski, Executive Vice President at People's Community Bank. Our mission is to put our communities first, and that's true right here in Republic. Whether it's supporting Republic schools or volunteering for one of the nonprofits doing good work in our hometown, all of us at People's Community Bank are committed to making Republic a better place to live. I hope you'll stop in soon and say hi.
People's Community Bank, right on Highway 60. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Central Gas Propane is locally owned and operated and offers exceptional customer service when you need it most. They go the extra mile to meet their customers' needs with a level of service and communication that no other company can beat. Call today to switch and save Central Gas Propane at 417-725-3833 or online at centralgasmo.com.
Halftime scores from other games in the Central Ozark Conference tonight. At the half, Ozark 34, Joplin 19. Another halftime score, Nix at 35, Willard 6. Ransom leading Carl Junction at the half, 21-0. Also a halftime score, Carthage 28, Neosho 0.
Wow, if you heard those scores from Ken Knierim, it's revenge of the East in the COC, except for this one. Ozark on top of Joplin, which, boy, that is a crazy score. It was, you know, you watch Joplin beat Webb City, and And the initial reaction of everybody is, well, I guess last year wasn't a fluke for Joplin. Then Joplin loses to Nixa and is getting thumped by Ozark. And you think, well, maybe week one was just a matter of Joplin being up and Webb City not playing very well. Just hard to say. It is a crazy year in the COC. And we say that a lot, but it sure seems like this year is one of those years where you just don't know who's going to do what on any given night.
Yeah, in that Branson score too. I think
yes,
Branson was up at Carl Junction. What did it say, 28-0 or 21-0?
21, yeah.
Jeez.
And I'm not was Branson 0-2? I think.
Yes, Branson was 0-2.
So.
And there's still a lot of game left, but when you're up 21-0,
obviously playing well in the first half. Our third quarter scoreboard sponsor is Destiny Church. Pursuing God, loving life, that's Destiny Church. Find them online at destinychurch.me. And what do you expect out of this first drive? Who do you think will be out there? I'm curious who they run out there quarterback to start the second half.
Well, I mean, they started off throwing the ball in the first quarter, so it wouldn't surprise me one bit if
he wants to run clock. I'm assuming it would be Moody.
Yeah. I don't know that you want to run clock at this point. Get a score here, 49-28. Take your chances with the defense. And go from there. So Webb City will tee it up and kick it off. And Republic will get the ball first to start the third quarter, trailing 49-21. Started off so promisingly with answering the first two touchdowns so quickly, but just have not been able to stop Webb City, which is the exact opposite of what I thought. I thought they might have trouble scoring, but would get occasional stops. Return out to about the 26-yard line by Ezekiel Meads. And it is Beckner out there at quarterback for the Tigers. In motion goes Buford. They give it to him around the near side. Takes it upfield, and he's pulled down after a gain of about 6 on first down.
We haven't seen that play yet so far. For a guy motion, handed off, he's just coming back around.
I mean, I think that's the intent of that play is, hey, let's make it look like we're going to hand it off to this guy and then make the defense bite. But you got to actually hand it off every once in a while for the defense to go for it, and they did that time. Beckner again out of the shotgun, sends Sterling in motion, fakes it to Sterling, and finds a hole off the right side. He's wrapped up and dropped, but I think he might have the first down.
I think you're right. Yeah, they're motioning the sticks like that. Same formation, same look, but instead of handing the ball off to the guy that's in motion there, kept it himself. Went the opposite way, tried to see if there was a hole in the left-hand side between his left guard and left tackle. Was just enough to get that 4 yards needed for the first down.
So 1st and 10. Republic hasn't had very many first downs that were not touchdowns. I'm curious, Tim, when you get a chance to count up the total number of first downs they've had. And that time they go backwards. Gave it to Sterling, and there was no place to go.
You know, that time, handing it off there, I don't know what he was reading necessarily, but would have been better if he would have kept the ball. There's 2 Webb City guys coming off the far edge there that was literally just waiting for the ball carrier to come straight to him.
So 2nd down and 15. Beckner's going to throw downfield. He's got Porter open on the near side across midfield. Weaves between defenders, fights his way down inside the 40 before being pulled down. And there's that ability of Beckner to pull the ball down, keep looking upfield, and then find a man open, and that's what he did that time. You can see, he looks like he's going to pull it down and run it. And then he says, nope, I'm still going to throw it to Porter, and he does. Beckner's going to keep it, and he is grabbed by the leg. Looked like he had an opening.
Yeah, he did. And then number 48, who was that, Ott? Just came flying out of nowhere and just literally stopped him in his tracks. You're right. It looked like he was going to have a much bigger gain than what he ended up with.
Still 2nd and 6. Good gain for the Tigers. And that time they got in the backfield and blew it up. Poor Gavin Beckner. He's got 4 guys draped on him before he had a chance to go anywhere. And back to the original line of scrimmage for 3rd and 10.
That time Webb City literally brought all of their linebackers on a blitz. All 3 of them in the interior just picked a gap in full speed, and they timed it well too. They timed it to where as the ball was snapped, they were already in full speed and was almost crossing the line of scrimmage. That play obviously was just doomed from the beginning.
So 3rd and 10, 3 wide receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. That's Parks. And Meads goes in motion to join Parks on the right side. Beckner drops straight back, tucks it, gets away, still looking upfield, throws it downfield. It is almost caught by Parks. And couldn't quite hang on after the tip. Good coverage.
Yeah, and then it was just a fight there at the end. You had both of them just jumping up in the air, just a jump ball.
Great throw by Beckner again. And he's throwing this from about the 45 by the time he lets go of it.
And he's throwing it on the run, too.
Yep, and he gets it all the way down there and just knocked away by the defender. A better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health, dedicated to helping you get a better look at everything. Find them online at visionhealtheyecenter.com.
That time they did a hard count to try to draw him off sides and almost got the D-end here to come off sides.
Beckner trying to get away. There's a flag. Probably going to be a hold. Defense takes down Beckner. And the sack for Webb City. Yep, holding on Republic. So with 8:33 left, they turn it over on downs in the 3rd quarter. Webb City will decline that penalty and take over possession.
That time he didn't have a receiver open. He just kept looking downfield, was hoping someone would get it open, and there's only so much time that pocket doesn't collapse on you, and he eventually felt the pressure and kind of tried to backtrack a little bit, and then he ended up taking the sack.
You know, he does a good job for a sophomore of hanging in there. He does not panic when he's under pressure. He keeps looking. And the keeper on the option. The Tigers bottle it up over on the far side. And it was Lander and DeAndrea.
That time the defense did a good job on playing that option. They had a person come up on the quarterback and the back that was mirroring the QB that he might pitch it to. There we go.
Good defense by the Tigers on that one.
That time Hayden Jones came up, did a great job of wrapping up the ball carrier.
Good pursuit by Jones in the defense. Brings up 3rd and 12 for Webb City. Clock running a lot faster than it did in the first quarter. 7 minutes left in the third. Still not running super fast, but it's faster than it was in the first. Under pressure. Throw is into the turf. Incomplete. Brings up 4th and 12, and the Tiger defense gets a stop. So much better performance by the Republic defense on that series.
Yeah, and the key on that was they were able to put pressure on the Webb City QB.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to just kind of sit back there and kind of pick and choose which receiver he was going to throw it to.
Quick punt, and Porter fair catches it at the 25-yard line. So the Tigers will take over there for the second possession of the second half, trailing 49-21.
Tigers have 7 first downs.
So they had, how many did they have on the last series?
2.
So they had 5. I didn't even think they had 5.
Well,
because
that's if you count touchdowns.
Okay, yeah.
If a touchdown is not a first down, then they don't have been 3.
Okay, that's what I was kind of asking, was how many first downs did they have that were not those long touchdown passes. And so, yeah, they scored so quickly that it let Webb City get the ball back quickly as well. We're going to take a break and be back with more after this. You're watching Tiger Football on Republic Tiger Sports.
It's easier than ever to get your Rocco's Pizza fix. Place your order on their website at roccositaliankitchen.net or call them with one tap inside the Republic Tiger Sports mobile app. And don't forget dessert, because Rocco's is serving homemade ice cream prepared right on site. Rocco's Italian Kitchen. Pizza, pasta, perfection. For more than 30 years, Yoakum Automotive's been the hometown auto repair shop you can trust. And with their new digital vehicle inspections, their mechanics will show you exactly what's wrong with your car and let you sign off before the repairs are made. Ask about their shuttle service and loaner vehicles when scheduling your appointment online at yoakumautomotive.com.
Moody with the keeper. Not much room to do anything there. Brings up second down. Webb City almost jumped. Didn't quite get across there. And Moody's going to sprint and then throw it back to the near side to Porter. And he is wrapped up quickly. Good pursuit by the defense. And making the tackle was Justin Allen, the 5'9" linebacker, sophomore, came up and made the stop. Brings up third down and about 11 for Republic.
When you have a play like that, that's sometimes a throwback screen, or it's other plays like that where it takes a long time to set up. Sometimes if you have an experienced linebacker, they can blew up the play.
Keeper for Moody tries to run behind the couple, and that series did not amount to very much for the Tigers with 5:28 and ticking in the third quarter. They'll have to punt it away.
Yeah, it didn't go anywhere, and it didn't eat up very much clock time either. So again, the defense can be right back out on the field. Not very much time to get a refresher.
No fair catch. Probably should have been fair caught, but Vaden made the catch and tried to return it. Didn't go anywhere. And Webb City will take over again right around midfield is where they've started pretty much every time.
Yeah, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that our offense has had to punt from our side of the field. So even when we've got some really good, clean punts off, you know, a good punt's still only getting to the 50-yard line.
Ball's on the ground, and the Tigers recover it. They got in the backfield and blew it up. And it was Sandridge again. Another fumble recovery for Connor Sandridge.
He has had a turnover every single game this season so far.
Yeah, you're right about that. Let's watch it again. He just got in the backfield, or someone got in the backfield. I didn't see who was there first and disrupted it. And Sandridge was like, oh, there's the ball on the ground. I think I'll jump on it. And he did. The Republic gets the ball back.
I'm not sure. Yeah, it's kind of a big pileup, but I think number 71, Micah, I think he may have been the one that kind of created the havoc there in the middle.
Could be, yeah. He's done it before. Pass is complete to Sterling. Taken down inside the 45. Gain of about 5 on first down.
And those are the type of plays that we just need to work on right now. They're just the plays that are going to get us, somewhere between 3 and 5 yards.
Beckner. Not much room. They close fast. Boy, it looks like he's got room, but then very quickly the defense is up on him. And you're right. You mentioned in the first half that 3-man front. If you can't run on the 3-man front, you're in trouble because they got 8 other guys back there covering whoever's trying to get open.
Yeah, and usually when you have a 3-man front, that means you've got an extra linebacker, and that makes it so much difficult too. Because when you've got kind of reading what's going on in the backfield.
Third and 4. In motion, Meads. He is hit and dropped short of the first down. He looked like he had it, and just closing so quickly was the Webb City defense.
We have a flag. I think it's going to be on Republic.
Holding on the offense.
Yep.
10-yard penalty on the spot of the foul. Foul.
Be interesting to. So they will take the penalty. Would have been 4th and short, and the Tigers would have gone for it. So this way it's 3rd and about 12 for the Tigers. Now to 3:38 left in the third quarter. 2 wide receivers to each side. Beckner backs up, throws a little screen to Porter, and 2 defenders waiting right there. Got behind the blockers and just said, we're going to not let you go anywhere.
And kind of going off what you said just a little bit ago, that is one thing that is the big difference that we see every year with a Webb City team compared to other teams, is it always looks like there's a hole there for whoever's got the ball to maybe get some huge yardage, but the Webb City guys just seem to just close the hole so quickly.
Webb City bounce on the punt, and they will take over down there. Yeah, let's take a look at that last play. You'll see the completion to Porter, but then the 2 defenders just run right past the blockers who were out in front of them and took them down. That better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health, dedicated to helping you get a better look at everything. Find them online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. Fake handoff and a keeper for the quarterback, Eli Goddard.
Quarterback keeper by the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 Webb City. Gain of 13 on the play. 1st and 10 Cardinals.
Good pursuit by the Republic defense, and finally making the tackle, Avery Moody. Wrapped him up and brought him down.
Second down and 6.
Now it's where kind of see where Webb City's just slowing things down. Usually they've got a receiver coming in with the play into the huddle. Usually those receivers are pretty quick, but now not quite as quick coming off the sideline. And with that speed, and Weathers, he gets out to the edge so quickly. And again, his power there, he's able to just stretch it out and get that first down. It looked like he was going to be stopped just short of the first down, but as he was falling, he stretches out both hands and is able to get almost an additional yard as he's going down.
So a minute and a half left in the third quarter, and Webb City moves the chains. First and 10 from the Webb City 40. Hand it off to Joey Friel or Jace Timmons, whichever 27 you choose. Gain of a couple on first down. It'll be another busy week in Republic Tiger sports, but not as busy as it would have been because a couple of teams quarantined. First it was volleyball, and they're going into what will be the second week pretty soon of their 2-week quarantine, and then the softball team got shut down this just yesterday or the night before. Didn't play at Carl Junction, and it's such a crazy time and kind of out of the team's control. If you're sitting by the wrong person in school, you end up getting quarantined, and that's kind of the way it's gone. So they've rescheduled the games, and it hasn't hit all. There's 8 teams, and various teams have had, maybe especially some of the individual sports might have had a quarantine. The team wasn't quarantined, and so there's still the 6 sports going on, including the one you're watching here. Pitch, and to the outside, and still on his feet. The running back, Dupree Jackson, good second effort by Jackson, takes it into Republic territory.
Yeah, and that's right there. That is something you need to work on there is holding your tackle there, not allowing a guy to twist or spin out of a tackle. He
For more than 30 years, Yoakum Automotive's been the hometown auto repair shop you can trust. And with their new digital vehicle inspections, their mechanics will show you exactly what's wrong with your car and let you sign off before the repairs are made. Ask about their shuttle service and loaner vehicles when scheduling your appointment online at yoakumautomotive.com. Elliott Robinson and Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm, serving as your trusted business advisors. And again this year, they're making possible our By the Numbers feature, where we take a look at the stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. ERCPA named to Accounting Today's 2020 Best Accounting Firms to Work For. You can find them in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet or online at ercpa.com. When you need a plumber, you usually need one fast, but you also want one who'll do the job right. In the Republic area, that's Far Better Plumbing. Whether it's residential, commercial, or you need excavation, call Far Better and let them take away the stress of your plumbing problem. Call them at 864
On 2nd and 6, Webb City gains about 4. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Jarrett Whitworth.
And here in the fourth quarter, with the way the score is just the part of the game where you're just, you're still trying to play strong, you're still playing for pride, and you're working on technique now.
First down for Webb City as they gave it to Colton Gordon. And the running back takes it inside the 35-yard line for the first down for the Cardinals. Whitworth with his second tackle in a row for the Tiger defense.
Gain of 7 to the Republic 33-yard line, 1st and 10 Webb City.
11:09 left to go in the game. Tigers started strong, matched Webb City. 2 touchdowns on the first 2 drives in about 4 minutes of action. 3.5 minutes. And then all of a sudden, Webb City put it on and put some distance between them and the Tigers. Seems like that happens a lot. You might play with them briefly, but eventually they assert their superiority, and that's what happened here.
Gordon again on the carry.
At the beginning of the game, I was thinking it was going to be a close game going back a handful of years ago when we were down at Webb City, and Journey Jones, his senior year, and had one of the best high school touchdown runs I've seen in a long time. Whenever looked like he was going to be tackled and was going down, and everybody kind of stopped, and he kind of squirted out the side and kept running and scored a touchdown.
That was an amazing performance, one of the best rushing performances probably in the last 20 years against Webb City. To put up the yardage he did, I don't remember what he ended up with, but it was pretty impressive. And that, I think that more than anything earned him all-state recognition as a running back. First and 10 for Webb City. From the 20. Inside handoff goes to Shane Knoll. And the Tiger defense is there.
The ball carrier for Webb City. Markham, number 77.
Markham makes the stop. And McKinley Woods.
Jarrett Whitworth there also defensively for Republic.
We're hearing Jarrett Whitworth's name a lot from Ken Knierim here on this series. He's checked in. 2nd and 9 for the Cardinals. Good pursuit by the defense. And Timmons. Markham with another tackle for the Tigers.
Gain to the 16-yard line.
Well, the Lady Tiger softball team was supposed to play in the Fall Festival tournament today and tomorrow. That got shut down. That will not be rescheduled, but several of their other games will. And so my plans to broadcast back-to-back games, softball games from here tomorrow got put on hold, and somebody jumped on the right. 2 guys jumped over on the right side of the line. Noel Yeeke was one of them, and Robbie Hollis went along for the ride, and so they will back up. You don't see that very much from Webb City, even when you get the reserves out there late in the game. You don't see it very much.
I was going to say, it's getting some of the guys that probably see a lot of fourth quarter action. Coach Roderick over there is known for, once he kind of gets up on a team, he starts switching guys out.
And the pitch over the middle. Tackle made by Dalton Parks as he brings down Friel. Brings up 4th down and about 3 for Webb City.
we kind of wind this game up and we kind of look towards next week, things don't get any easier for this Republic Tiger team heading down to Nixa.
And that'll be interesting. New coach, new regime for the Eagles, new stadium, or a kind of new look for the stadium. I haven't been that direction, so I have not seen the renovations.
I haven't either. I've seen a little bit. KY3 did a little short little story on it, and the video shots that they had kind of showed the outside of it. But
you're telling me they didn't do a 5-minute piece on the visitors' press box?
No,
because that's what I want to know. I don't care what the stadium looks like. I just want to know what the visitors' press box looks like. Is there a visitors' press box?
I was about to say.
I mean, a lot of stadiums, and this is the way it always was, just have one big press box, and and that's the way it was at the old Republic Stadium, and that's the way it has been at Nixa. So I don't know if we are still kind of in with everybody, or if they've changed the press box. I know nothing about that. Republic calls a timeout. We'll take one as well with 7:28 left to go in the game. We'll take a break and be back with more after this. You're watching Tiger Football on Republic Tiger Sports.
Any day's a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com.
Hey now, Cracker Jack Shack.
Cracker Jack Shack has got your back with custom apparel for your club, organization, or business. And they take screen printing to the next level with amazing new software that lets you track your order online from concept to artwork to the finished product. Link it, see it, click it, get it. Only at the Shack.
Always on time and right on track. Cracker Jack Shack, we got you back. Cracker Jack Shack.
Second down. Bryce Clark with the carry. Picked up 3. Brings up second down and 7 for the Tigers. Clark again, tripped up. Oh, that was Maples, not Clark. So short gain for Maples. And it brings up third down and about 6 for the Tigers, who will fall to 2-1. Webb City will improve to 2-1.
That piece of paper?
Well, not sort of.
That is awesome.
The only thing you need to know about Tim is that he never throws anything away. Tim has stats from board games in the 1970s in his house.
I'm still trying.
That's why he's the perfect statistician.
Still trying to find the perfect opportunity to wear that orange creamsicle suit jacket.
Yeah,
that you
still haven't worn that? What is
that you
show your pride?
Got me.
I mean, the weather's cooling off.
If you can get a wireless headset and put me down on the sideline, I will go old school.
Well, we need if you're going to wear the blazer, we need a Republic Tiger Sports patch on the breast.
I want the old school Monday Night Football ABC style circle patch.
Right. Well, RTS. We'll just Seems like a good idea to me.
RTSB.
RTSB, Republic Tiger Sports.
Broadcasting.
Oh, broadcast. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay.
Water break.
So a water break with 5:10 left.
It's sweltering.
Just in case. Boy, Rich, it's a good thing you're not wearing your blazer. You would be parched. All right, we're going to take a break and be back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Destiny Church is a proud sponsor of Republic Tiger Sports and would love to have you join them in person at 526 East Harrison behind McAllister's, Sunday at 9 a.m. or at the Spring Creek venue for an outdoor service at 11. There's also a Wednesday youth service for grades 6 to 12. Doors open at 6. Service begins at 6:30. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram or on the web at destinychurch.me. Gold Medal Gyms is where Republic athletes build a foundation for future success. Whether it's gymnastics, cheerleading, or tumbling, young athletes learn skills that prepare them to take on virtually any sport they choose. Sign up for your free trial at their gorgeous facility at Highway 60 and Highway M. Gold Medal Gyms, raising the bar for Republic athletics.
Beckner thought about throwing and then decided to keep it, and that was a nifty little run by Gavin Beckner.
Yeah, and then just kind of just dove, giving up his body there at the very end to stretch it out to get the first down.
Want to remind you that our fourth quarter scoreboard sponsor is Absolute Roofing. Thanks to Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing for their long time. Memphis Maples takes it for about 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. 4:28 left to go in the game. Beckner tried to get away on the option read. Couldn't find any room and gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Loss of yard to the 43.
Well, this will obviously be a... And the ball's up, and it's good. We score now 49-28, Webb City.
So YouTube decided to stop streaming on us there for a second, but through the miracle of replay, we've got a touchdown run by Memphis Maples. So let's take a look at it again. Takes the handoff, steps to the outside, and then turned on the Jets right down the sideline and beat everybody to the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis Maples. And as I was saying before, or maybe while we were losing the connection, 49-21, and they had not played maybe as badly as the score indicated. At least at times they hadn't played that badly. Now it's 49-28. That's respectable against a team as good as Webb City.
No, I will definitely agree with you. This is a Republic offense that can obviously score some points. They've done it in different manners. Both run and pass plays this evening for touchdowns.
So they will kick it off. A line drive kick. Bounces all the way down inside the 15.
That's a live
to
ball.
The 10, yeah. Still live and finally picked up.
Ball taken by DeBree Jackson.
Jackson had a knee down whenever he picked it up. So under 2 minutes left to go. And the Republic defense will try to get the stop and keep the score where it is. Or even better, get a turnover and set up a quick touchdown and make it 49-35. That would be a good way to end this one. Ball is loose. There's the turnover.
Well, you called it, David Brazil.
Who did he say that was?
Didn't hear. Now hopefully they can do the second part of your prophecy there of getting a turnover. Hopefully they can punch it in the end zone.
Yeah, I should have been greedy. I should have been like, well, all they need to do is get 2 quick turnovers and score 3 touchdowns, and we're tied. So that's what I'm going to say they need to do now. Probably too late, but hand off to Maples. Maples gets away, comes near side, and can't escape the pursuit of the Webb City defense. He's quick, but
he's exciting.
He is exciting. Just couldn't get away.
And that's the thing. That's been there all night, where it looks like, where's the ball carrier for Republic? Looks like they got a little bit of running room, but just the speed and the pursuit of the Webb City defenders shuts it down so quickly.
Give it to Maples again. Sidesteps one man, lowers the shoulder, takes it inside the 15-yard line. Gunnar Ellison in there at quarterback, so his first action as a varsity quarterback. Gunnar Ellison, 5'10", 165 sophomore. And Memphis Maples, 5'5", 140-pound junior. So those two guys together are giving up about 15 pounds to the defensive lineman. It would take 3 of them to make a defensive lineman from Willard some years. Oh, and the snap is high, and Ellison's going to go back, pick it up, try to pick it up, and it gets knocked out backwards. And finally, the tackle made at about the 40. They're going to say he's down at the 40-yard line. That was a bad sequence of events. Kind of a bad play there, in the words of Red on The Natural, I believe, is who said that line.
Oh.
So 4th and 32. That was it. Well, so much for going out on a high note. They end it with 4th and 32, but good. I mean, I like the second half effort. They keep Webb City where they were, and then also put the touchdown on late to show that they were not packing it in. And they end up with a 49-28 loss. Tigers fall to 2-1. Webb City improves to 2-1, and the Tigers have Nixa next week. We'll take a quick break and be back with more after this. You're watching Tiger Football on Republic Tiger Sports.
Hetty Barbecue Company is home to great barbecue, including the famous Pig Nasty Sandwich. They're also home to our Retmo football show every Wednesday night. Go in and check them out or call them for takeout at 732-4BBQ. Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at sarahrader.com. Vision Health Eye Center. Outstanding eye care, exceptional eyewear. From glasses, prescriptions, and contact lens fittings to emergency eye care, they help your family see, feel, and look better than they ever have before. Check them out online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. Super Clean Car Wash is Republic's newest and best car wash, conveniently located right on Highway 60. And with their monthly memberships, it's easier than ever to keep your car clean with a quick stop on your way home from work. Super Clean Car Wash on Highway 60 in Republic. Teamwear Solutions is not only your source for official Tiger apparel, but they're also a partner for your group's fundraising needs. Business apparel, bleacher apparel, and on-field apparel. They've got you covered. Find them online at teamwearsolutions.com. State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state.
Well, back on our Chris Yoakum State Farm postgame show, the Tigers lost 49-28 tonight to Webb City. It was a fast start. Both teams scored touchdowns quickly on their first two possessions. It was tied at 14 about 3.5 minutes into the game, and then Webb City took off, pulled away, and